Meet Edee Howland. She is from Atlanta, Georgia, and resides in Blue Hill, Maine. Edee studied at Stanford University. She is the owner of Healing Resources of Maine, classical homeopathy, and nutrition education. Edee, we are excited and honored to have you on this call. I want to introduce you to my tower gardens. I love my tower gardens. These tower gardens here are, I've been eating off these tower gardens for almost 10 months from the same seed. And if you guys saw that video where strawberries were on that tower going on 3 years from the same seeds. So it is just absolutely amazing. This entire community has put hundreds of towers in schools, churches, community centers, food banks, shelters, and homes. It's just absolutely amazing. And that's why we are here every single Saturday to keep that building. And with that, I would like to call Beverly, and Beverly is actually in the States, our first Black African American NMD, with many of us following behind. And the reason we're all able to do it is because we are all one community and we just help each other whenever we need help. And so with that, welcome. Thank you so much, Beverly. And Beverly is also one of the hosts for the Saturday calls.
Thanks, Adrienne. And just for clarification, first African American female. So we do have we have two Black NMDs, which are amazing. And I am just always grateful, truly, to lock arms with the Hicks sisters to do this amazing call with the other amazing speakers that you're going to hear tonight. I'm just excited. It gets better every weekend. Oh my goodness. And then, wow, it just keep on putting your seatbelt on, keep on inviting, because we want to keep on maxing out the lines at 100. But I will tell you that this has been a phenomenal journey. I've been with the company because I'm Beverly Grandis, and been with the company almost 16 years this year. And it has been just a fantastic journey. I will tell you, I would never have met the Hicks sisters if it weren't for this company. All these people that you're going to hear speak tonight, we are a collective body of individuals that have joined forces together to really implore the mission of the company, which is to inspire healthy living around the world, to help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And that is exactly what is happening. Last year, record sales month after month after month, because it is so important that you understand that whoever invited you to this call, thank them, because what you're going to experience is a experience like none other. You just saw, like, Adrienne, I am totally excited about the spring coming up to start growing okra that size, because I've grown okra before. Now I want to grow okra that size, and that doggone cabbage, and oh my goodness, the sky is the limit with the tower gardens. And guys, one of my mottos now is it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And there's no better time like today to have a tower garden. So if you're a customer, enjoy your experience. You've purchased it. We want you to grow it, and we want you to show it. And if you're on the fence, if you're just a visitor, welcome again. We want you to pull that trigger, because this is an investment that will absolutely pay you dividends for generations to come. This food grade PVC quality that our towers are built with will absolutely live us. And so this journey with the company for us actually started, what you'll hear a little bit about is the Juice Plus side of the company. That's the name of the company, Juice Plus Company. And they've been around since 1970, 50 over now, because I'm fabulous 52, and I am 50 years old. And they started in the 70s. The same president, Jay Martin, amazing visionary who's still in the helm and really embodying that we are the world. And that is what you're going to see on this call tonight. We want to be the example. We want everybody to follow. And we want you to, guess what? Own one, show it, grow it, and then show it. That's what we want you to do. For $1 a week, $52 a year, the franchise fee to become a partner with this amazing company. We don't stock the product. The company ships, bills, does everything. You do. This is what we do. We share our amazing journey and stories with others to inspire, educate, and empower others to make informed decisions. So my health journey is what got me and my husband, you hear everybody dare term GQ farmer, because guess what? He can farm in a suit, in a business suit. That's right, you can garden in a business suit. And I'll tell you, we're not gardeners. I did not technically grow up gardening, but the Tower Garden has been so much fun and just an experience to just see God's nature growing right in front of me, which is amazing. And then you heard Adrienne mention, we work a lot with the kids, in the Boys and Girls Club and in the school system. To see those eyes light up, to see them paradigm shifting to bigger dreams of what they can become and what this can do for them through the STEM program, which is amazing. Guys, we really are asking you to join forces with us to get this message out. But the Tower Guard is why you're here. We lift as we climb, and that's what we do as a community. So I just want to, thank all of you for joining us every week and making sure that you're inviting people on. You're going to hear, actually, I'm in Florida now, Adrienne. I forgot to tell y'all that. I'm traveling again. So you see my virtual background. Adrienne's is real, but those are on our deck. And I think Johnny should be on so he can show you guys the ones we have at the house. And thank you guys so much.
So hello everyone, this is Johnny Grandison. As Beverly just said, you saw the virtual Tower Gardens that are normally on our deck out in her virtual background. So I'll get a chance to show you those later. But what we want to do is basically give you opportunity for those, especially our new guests, to see the varieties of Tower Garden, to see the many things that you can do. The Tower Garden itself, and I'll share a little bit, it started in 2012, where many of us were already involved with the Juice Plus company. And we're helping people with their health already. But in 2012, they introduced the Tower Gardens. And it gives an opportunity to help people with their food sources as well. So what I'm gonna do now is turn around and show you our Tower Garden Flex, which is the original version. It holds 20 gallons of water down in the base, and the water is actually pumped up through the center of the tower, and then it actually feeds in the plants coming back down with the water and the nutrients. And so in this one, we just have a variety of lettuces. We have some flowering plants, whatever. They're great insect repellents from marigolds. We have the romaines, we have the spinach, some bib lettuce and others. We just got some Cherokees and magentas in the mail because we actually went through one of the Tower Garden farms, and you see the little seedlings. They literally came in the mail. We popped them in the tower. They start growing. It's just that simple. Where this one grows 20 plants at the same time, pretty much anything you want to grow other than a root vegetable like carrots and beets or anything like that, or a tree, you can pretty much grow in the Tower Garden. So it grows 20 different plants at the same time. You can add an extension, or we added the baby green extension, which gives it another 32 ports. And so that's what you'll see with the Tower Garden Home Flex here. On this side, we actually have the Tower Garden Home, which is the newer model. Instead of 20 gallons of water, it holds 13 gallons of water. It actually comes with wheels built into the base. Again, it has 16 full-size ports, and it comes with 16 microgreen ports. So on top of the 16 microgreen ports, we add another 32 microgreen ports. So this particular one has 64 plants, I think it is. So you have a variety where you can make this one go as tall as you want or make it go small. So you can see I've stuck the seedlings down to the base here. It comes with LED grow lights, and so it uses very little electricity throughout the year, and it can get as far away or as close to the plants as you need. So they're adjustable that way. You get to have fun. So now I'm gonna take you outside. You're gonna get a chance to see some of the other Tower Gardens from our guest speakers that you have as well. But for many, they asked to show the greenhouse, the pop-up greenhouse that we placed on our tower. So I'm about to show you what that looks like. It's actually But this is a pop-up greenhouse that I got from Amazon, and I think other vendors have it as well. And it's 6 by 10 for this particular version. So it's just a little plastic, covering basically. You got to put it in. So this is where you zip it up here, and those tower gardens that you saw in Beverly's virtual background, we just inserted into the pop-up greenhouse. So you can see they're still nice and lush. You have some chard, some kales, different type kales, Russian, Bibb, green curly kale, some Tuscany kale. You have some chives in there, some more chard on the back, and on the back side you have some pak choy and other things too. So it just gives you another opportunity to show the variety of the different things you can do with the tower gardens, the versatility. And even though I'm in Northern Virginia, Southern Virginia, it does get a little cold here. So this is really not even so much the temperature as it is for the wind. So this tower garden, this greenhouse was from Flower House. Someone asked that last time, and it has 2 openings on the back. But many people, you can actually even do a blanket and just cover it. So there's a door to the front and the back. So without further ado, I'll actually take it away.
I'm outside and really excited to show everybody what we are doing with tower gardening. I was introduced to whole food concentrates 3.5 years ago by my neighbor, who simply mentioned to me that she was flooding her body with fruits and vegetables every single day, and what a difference it made on how she feels and how she slept, and that, she was living a prescription-free life. And I knew that for myself and for my husband, and at that time we had 2 daughters at home, I knew that we were not living that same type of life. In fact, we were far from it. As hard as I tried to really just feed everybody really well, there was no way that we were getting in 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Give me a break. Like 4 people in my house, was I really buying 40 servings every day for this household? Not even close. And so when she introduced me to Juice Plus in the form of a cup, capsule, or a gummy, that I could ensure that we would all be getting everything that we need, you guys, I just jumped right in with that. I mean, I pushed the easy button because I really needed that on-ramp. The changes that it began to make in my family in just a matter of weeks were just absolutely incredible. My husband and I immediately began to feel better every single day and have just more productive days. We were getting a better quality of sleep. Our food cravings and sugar cravings were disappearing, and we were having better workouts and recovering from workouts just so much better. But what really stopped us in our tracks was that one of our daughters, who has always experienced just like chronic asthma and allergies and a simple cold, would turn into bronchitis and just linger for days. She said, "Hey, Mom, I haven't had to refill my prescription." And that's when we realized all the changes that were taking place in our entire household. Every single person was just experiencing healthier days. So we knew we wanted to just dive in even more. Now, even though I came to the table only with a heart for wanting to do better, I had no experience in gardening at all. But I knew that this was something that my family just needed to embrace. And so we incorporated the tower garden into our everyday 2 years ago. You guys, thank goodness this tower garden makes it so super easy. Like, all you do is just set it and forget it. You plug it in, you put the seedlings in and add the mineral blend, and it really just does take care of itself. And you get to just dream and harvest and prune and do all the fun part about gardening. It leaves all that hard part that always made me just a gardening disaster. None of that is involved with the tower garden. So I'm super excited to show you what we have here. So this is going to be our first summer that we are really going to be taking part in micro farming. That means we're going to have 5 towers going at the same time. So right now you caught us in the middle of switching from, I have to turn on this outdoor light, you guys, excuse me. We're transitioning. So here up in our patio area, I took this tower apart, cleaned it all up, which you do once a year, and put it back together. Really, me by myself, I was able to complete that entire task in about 40 minutes. And then we did the same with each tower. And so we have stationed all the towers, all set and cleaned and ready to go. But this is the tower that has, we took some seeds from plants from here and some plants from here, and we put them all in this tower here. And so we put this tower together, and what this has in it growing is cabbage and collards and celery, pansies. Everything on the tower is edible. Johnny, you mentioned the microgreen section. What I love about it is that these leaves, the small leaves, hold a lot of dense nutrition. And so we have all microgreen kales, different types of kales right here. More collard, Swiss chard. And then you guys, these plants, I'm just not even sure if they're done or if they keep growing, because every time you think they're done, they keep just sprouting new sprouts. And so that's what I have over here in this second tower here. And this is Bubba Jr. This plant just won't just quit. He just always is just growing and growing, but you see how large that plant is. And so every single day we're able to eat from this tower. I can't believe I can't remember the last time that I spent money on greens or herbs from the grocery store. So this investment has really just continued to pay for itself. Just on a side note, this is going to be our healing tower, where I'm going to put in herbs for medicinal use and herbs just to support our growing. This is going to be an all kale and greens and Swiss chard and spinach tower. And this is going to hold some more of our onions and celery and some things that I like to use when juicing. And then I'll have the other herb tower on the inside. Well, that's the plan so far. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for letting me share all of my excitement with all of this growing. And thanks for letting me be here tonight.
Seriously, have you ever seen more beautiful people in your life? No, I mean, isn't this just awesome? Never, ever. We are all different races, religions, backgrounds, live in different places and regions, but you know what? We all have one single goal in common, and that is to help each other get as healthy or stay as healthy and share that all over the world as much as we can. And that is why all the hosts that host this call, all of us are here as much as we can be. Every Saturday, someone is here to keep this call going, because I mean, just look at that. It's just so awesome, right? Now we gotta have a drum roll, for we got a special guest speaker in the building, and that is Edee. Edee, you're muted out and you look absolutely beautiful.
All right, Edee, woo, woo, woo.
Come on, y'all, give it up for Edee.
Woo. Edee. Woo, woo. Okay, I just figured out how to unmute.
Go, Edee. Awesome, special guest in the building.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm so glad to be with you all. And so my name's Edee Howland, and I live in Blue Hill, Maine. And I have a practice here in classical homeopathy, which is a kind of holistic medicine. And I've been with the Juice Plus company for 14 years. When I learned about the whole food supplement Juice Plus, I knew it would be so good for my health and for my husband's health. He had quite advanced heart disease. And all the research on Juice Plus, I knew that would really help him. My health was pretty good, but I have had a lot of benefits as well I have more of a reserve of energy that's pretty much constant. I have rarely catching a cold or a flu. If I do, it's fairly short. And things that are behind the scenes that you might not realize get better when you have this wonderful nutritional support. My gum health, it was okay, but now it's great. So I love that. And so then when the Tower Gardens were introduced, I was very intrigued. I've loved organic gardening since I was a little kid. I had my first large organic garden at about age 11. We always had one in our family. I grew up in Atlanta, and then we'd come to Maine in the summers, and we had a garden here too. So I love gardening, but I also love to cook. And I found over the years, it's very hard to be both a cook and a gardener. And the Tower Gardens are so much easier and take less time. So used to be I'd come in from the garden pretty tired in the evening, and then I'd start cooking. And I kind of thought, how do you do both? So now I can do both. And so I grow these indoors in the winter. Here in Maine, we have a long, dark winter, and they're so cheery. I turned the grow lights off to have, for the lighting for this, but they add the full spectrum lights add so much cheer in the wintertime, and the water flowing, these Tower Gardens water themselves. So when the fountain of water is flowing down over the roots of the plants inside the Tower Garden, that is bringing moisture also to our dry winter indoor air. So it's wonderful. I used to need a humidifier, and I don't need one anymore. So I love that. And I also really love the whole approach of prevention of illness. That's what my practice is geared toward. And many times when people are being helped with classical homeopathy, they are starting to move in a direction where they want to support their health better. It just feels more natural. It's kind of their focus is shifting. And we all know that if you eat more fruits and vegetables, your health is wonderfully supported. I wish that could just be, we are doing our best here, this group, to help people realize that. This is a wonderful opportunity right now when we've all got health issues that we're concerned about, to learn how to have our whole system become healthier. So the Tower Gardens make that easier because they're easy to grow with, and you have your produce right so handy. And when you take the whole food supplement Juice Plus, there is a thing that happens called metabolic reprogramming, where you start to crave what you're eating more of. You're getting all these plant foods in the Juice Plus itself. You're wanting more vegetables. Here they are. You've got to have a good supply handy. So I love that part. And I wanted to say a little bit about growing outdoors in the summer too. Here this winter, I have 3 growing indoors, and I have one upstairs in the bathroom. And I found that with the Tower Garden in the bathroom, I brush my teeth a lot longer. So I told my dentist, this is really good, because I'm looking at the plants, I'm wanting to see what's going on, And I think, brushing your teeth is slightly on the boring side. So it gives you something to, really be fascinated with. And so in the summertime, I take these outdoors and I have them on my porch. I have 6 of them in the summertime. And I like to experiment every year, grow something different. I tried growing corn, and the ears were small, but they were very flavorful. And I reached a point where I felt like I could indulge and have a whole Tower Garden just for flowers. So I found there's a Crystal Palace lobelia is a beautiful dark, rich blue, and Durango bright yellow marigolds. Those are a wonderful combination. And I would get some of the pollinators coming to visit these flowers. I also grew red zinnias, and so hummingbirds and the monarch butterflies, and even we have in Maine these little frogs, wood frogs, tree frogs. I found 3 different times the little frog nestled behind the plants because it loved the moisture of the water flowing down. And that was really fun, and I love to photograph the flowers and the growing produce. And sometimes, if I can find time, I love to paint them too, because they're right there. I can put my chair and my watercolors right there, and it's a wonderful subject. And let's see what else. I love pesto, and so I've started to have a whole tower garden just for basil. And my husband and I, one summer we felt like, okay, we actually feel like we had an ample sufficiency of pesto. I make a vegan version of pesto, and we usually would feel we just never had enough. So that was great. I had a whole tower garden of soybeans so that I could have my own fresh edamame, completely organic, of course. And that's been a treat, and I'm going to keep doing that. And we also have here in Maine, in the Northeast here, a very short growing season. So the tower garden produce does grow faster than a garden in the soil, and I find that wonderful. People are starting their seedlings now in Maine to be able to put outdoors in late May. So this is way easier. And let's see, what else did I want? Oh yes, and here in Maine, I lived in California for many years, and there, when you're getting ready to plant in the spring, the air is fairly dry, it's very pleasant. Here in Maine, right at the time when you need to put in your garden, it's very humid and it's buggy. So finding these are so much easier to set up than preparing your whole garden in the soil. So I really like that, particularly here. And I like to have a lot of time for swimming and kayaking and hiking. And so I'd rather trade my digging in the garden and shoveling and hauling in good soil amendments. I'd rather trade that time for the swimming and the hiking and the kayaking. So, and I also love the wildlife here. And you don't have to clear land to have the tower gardens. You don't have to fence anything. You can have the wildlife nearby in the forest and have your tower gardens just, so handy. So those were some of the things that I wanted to mention. I just think these are a wonderful way of growing food, and I've really enjoyed them so much. And I'm so pleased that you had me for a guest.
Thanks for having me on tonight again, Adrienne. Always a pleasure to be here. I'm actually coming to you guys from Maui, Hawaii right now. So I don't have my tower garden with me, but from what I understand, Adrienne, you wanted me to share a little bit about the alternative locations that we use. Traditionally, there's a lot of us that bring tower gardens into our homes. Personally, I brought it into my classroom, our Alzheimer's and dementia residents over at our assisted living here in Columbus, Ohio.
We're here at the Kemper House in Worthington. It's a senior housing provider specializing in Alzheimer's and other memory debilitating conditions. I'm here with Executive Director Dan Thorward. Dan, talk to us a little bit about this wonderful community and how you're enriching the lives of your residents.
Sure, absolutely. Well, welcome. I'm glad you could be here today. The Kemper House is devoted to trying to find a way to push back against Alzheimer's disease through lifestyle, healthy eating, exercise, and then the physical plant of the building itself, how we can design a space that's really conducive to someone with memory care needs. And we try to put all that together into one package, and that is what we call the Kemper difference.
And I noticed in your community room, you had a little event going on and teaching your residents. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, absolutely. You're never too old to learn. And people sometimes assume that folks with memory care issues don't want or can't learn new skills. And that's absolutely not true. We use everything we can to help leverage the cognition of our residents. So today, for example, we are constructing an indoor garden. We often will take trips to the farmer's market to select food with the chef, with our residents. But here today, we're actually going to talk about growing healthy food here that we can actually have the residents grow, pick, and then with the chef prepare and eat together family style.
Iterate what that video was showing. So we use it as a socialization tool. We also take the produce, and you heard this phrase used before, tower to table, which is actually even better and fresher than local produce, because when it comes down to it, local isn't really regulated. Many times your local produce in the grocery store might travel 400 miles and still be considered local. So I'm here in Columbus, Ohio, and if your food is grown in Chicago and transported all the way to Ohio, then it can still be considered local. So this is even better. We are seeing some great results with just the mindset of our residents, and also the effects of Alzheimer's and dementia being in many cases reversed with just the activities and the nutrition that they are getting from that. So Adrian also always asked me to share about the Ronald McDonald House, because we also have some tower gardens over there. So we have a bunch of kids that are benefiting from that nutrition that are on site, that are permanent or temporary residents as well. But if you want to know more about how we use it in schools, then you can certainly reach out to the person who invited you to this call, because we have about 7,500 plus schools in the US alone that now have tower gardens serving their students. But just to add on a little bit about what you just saw there, so this was my first time going to Hawaii and really, sharing the gift of health through tower gardens and growing your own food. And I did not realize how expensive food is there, because everything is imported. It's all on an island, right? And so naturally, people are looking for ways to save money, to grow cleanly, to reduce all the environmental effects. Sustainability is huge. And like you heard in that video there, most of our food, I learned at a seminar, I think it was a year or two ago. Here in Ohio, it is, I believe, 70% of our produce is imported from other countries. Out of the 30% of our produce that's left over that's made in the US, in Ohio, 90% of that is grown on the West Coast. So it travels thousands of miles before it actually gets to the grocery store, because it's cleaned, transported, redistributed, sits on the grocery store shelf, and then sits on your counter for how long before you actually consume it. And many of that food, or fruits and vegetables, they lose up to 40, maybe even more percent of their nutrient density. And so really what we're talking about is nutrient density. And you heard Lori talk about, and Beverly and Johnny, about not just the tower gardens, but the capsules. And you can relate that in the sense that plants really don't need soil. They need the ingredients in the soil. So what if we took out what they don't need and only give the plants what they do use? That's what enables them to grow 3 times as fast. Same thing with those Juice Plus capsules that they were talking about. It's not the water in the plants that you need. It's the nutrients. So if you get rid of the water, you crystallize the sugar, then what's left? You end up with a powerful punch of nutrient density. And that's what separates Juice Plus from all the other confusing health stuff out there. That, the research, the bioavailability, definitely get back to the person who invited you to this call to ask them about both the Tower Gardens and the Juice Plus. So, Adrian, thanks for having me on the call tonight.
We're so happy to see you all. So fun to see Edee share. And I was just impressed by something Jackie said the other day, so I'm going to put her on the spot. So you all know me. I've been growing with the towers since the beginning, 2012. I didn't get to do that first year that some of the NMDs got to pilot test the tower. But the second I could get my hands on a tower, I got mine April of 2012. And woo, it's such a love affair, you know. And right now I'm cleaning up a tower. I'm trying out a new way to clean my tower, which is with baking soda, vinegar, and soap, dish soap. And it's a different way to clean my tower. And I'll report back. I'm in the middle of that for one of my towers. I have a tower at a restaurant nearby in Berkeley, and I have two outside that has an endless supply of kale, Chinese cabbage, parsley, and cilantro. So I'm going to show later. I can show later. And here's Harold, Pastor Harold. What do you want to say today?
Hey everybody, how you guys doing? We're over here in Oakland, California, and we are all have tower gardens ourselves. I have my tower garden. I have two tower gardens. I have the outdoor tower garden, and when my mom saw it, she took it over, so it's at her place. And I have the indoor tower garden at my house. And my tower garden, it's amazing about growing your own food. It kind of helps you to see how taking care of plants is a part of life. And we're all living, and we need living food inside of us. And that's why it's so amazing that I didn't think about this before. I mean, we all are creatures of habit. We all are used to our past and what was taught to us and how we eat our diet. And I didn't realize that my diet was actually killing me. I'm going to share a little bit about my story for you guys, so you can see how this whole life-changing process of being plant-based and eating vegetarian is so empowering my life. In 2017, I had a stroke, and after I had my stroke, they started doing tests on me, and I also realized that I had an enlarged heart, and the enlarged heart was not pumping enough blood to my organs, and that caused me to have this stroke. So when I was trying to, get my health back, I had got a health coach, and my health coach was asking me to work out with her. And when she went over my records, she realized that my doctor didn't want my heart rate to go over 150 beats per minute. So she tried to get them to waive that so I can work out with her, and my doctor would not waive it. So she couldn't work out with me. This was in 2018. I saw her about a week ago, and when she saw me, she couldn't recognize me. Back then I was 340 pounds. I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to do all the right things, but it wasn't until I changed my diet and went with a plant-based diet. Here's the thing, we all have been taught how to eat. And whatever you're eating or how your lifestyle is, if it works for you, that's great. Continue on. But if you're one of the many people today who have pre-existing conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, or with me, I also had sleep apnea. All these things are illnesses that are affecting us through our immune system. And the immune system needs proper diet. It needs nutrients found in fruits and vegetables, found in the products that Juice Plus offers. In 2018, I met Erica. She introduced me to Juice Plus. I began taking Juice Plus. I was already doing juicing on my own, but even when I was doing juicing, I was only getting about 5 or 6 different types of fruits and vegetables in my system. When I started Juice Plus, that's 45 different types of fruits and vegetables in your system, and it's at the micro level. It goes right into your bloodstream. So I still juice, but I'm also getting 45 different types of fruits and vegetables. When you add Tower Garden to that, and you're growing your own food, and you watch this food grow, it brings you closer to your diet. Look, this is a revolutionary way of doing this. I mean, it's really a game changer. And for me, it changed my life. I was 340 pounds in 2018. I am 240 pounds today, and I'm keeping the weight off. I think last time I shared with you guys, back in December, I told you guys that I ran my first 10K for St. Jude with Juice Plus. Well, this past last week for Martin Luther King, our NAACP had a 5K, a 10K, and a 2K for Martin Luther King. I did the 10K again. I ran my second 10K in January. That's a 10K a month. I'm doing that. Oh, by the way, you know, my heart rate when I ran my last 10K was 185 beats per minute. So I'm way past what my doctor wanted me to do. And I'm doing it because I'm eating the right food. It's all about putting the right things in your body. Juice Plus and Tower Gardens help us do this. And when you start growing your own food, you don't have to worry about pesticides. You don't have to worry about all the toxins in the air. And it's just a better way to get your own product, your own plant-based products delivered to you. From cutting out the middleman, cutting out the store, it's just a better way. I can't not tell you how many times I just thank God that I found a way to grow my own food and to get more fruits and vegetables into me. As far as energy, if you're tired of eating food and then feeling tired, if you're tired of eating food and want to sit on the couch or go to bed, if you're tired of being tired, try fruits and vegetables. It gives you the energy that the body needs. Look, you've heard everybody else. I'm sharing with you my story. And when you hear stories from everybody else, you get passionate about it. I'm getting my church on this. I'm out in Stockton, California. I'm trying to get the city to do things with us, with the Tower Gardens and with Juice Plus. And it's revolutionary. And the community, you see all the people here on this Zoom call. We're all excited about it. We're all having a good time with it. We're all enjoying life and we're living life. And because we're eating living food, putting that inside of us, you know, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Share your story. Give your testimony. This is my testimony. And then Romans 12, 1 and 2 says, be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. We can't think the old way, our old past. We have to put something new into us and be transformed. And we do this by getting new information to us. And Juice Plus is one of the new informations. And now, because she's telling me to slow down because I'm too excited, I can't help it. I get excited about I get passionate about this. Erica is going to show her Tower Garden. You outside yet?
It's kind of too dark.
She can't. Too dark. Oh, it's too dark. Oh, she can't show her Tower Garden.
I can show the seedlings. And Jackie, do you want to say anything, Miss Jackie, about how much you're loving your?
Thank you, guys. Bless you guys.
We love you. We love you, Miss Hicks.
Thanks, guys.
Hi. Thank you. Be safe, everyone.
Hello, Jackie.
Oh.
Miss Jackie.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, well, I'm the youngest, but I'm just as, I should say, the newest. Not the youngest, but the newest, using the tower. It's been less than a year, but I can't help but continue to share my story. I can't help but to tell everyone in every conversation it comes up with about the reason for growing fresh fruits and vegetables, the benefits. I just love it. I just can't stop telling it, just because I can take control of what I eat. I can take control and love walking out there saying, hey, I want to make a salad. I'm getting ready to go pick it off of my tower. And when I went out there the other day, what did I see? Now I'm in California, and no, this is not sunny California. That's LA area, y'all. We're in Northern California near San Francisco, so it gets a little chilly up here. And what I have now are my broccoli sprouts coming out on my tower. Woo-hoo! In the middle of winter. I have broccoli growing. And so it is so exciting. Not only broccoli, but I have my kale and my lettuce and my cabbages and my just cilantros and dill. And it's just wonderful. It's wonderful. If you don't have it, y'all need to come join us. I think that was the last thing, that was the last words we saw in that video. Come join us. Come experience what we're talking about.
Try something new.
Awesome. Nothing like it.
Nothing.
Thank you for allowing me to share, y'all.
We walked the Bay Bridge today. You know, the Bay Bridge is the emblem that you guys see on the Golden State Warriors. That's the Bay Bridge.
Hello, everyone. Thank you always for coming out and joining us. Always want to give thanks to the speakers. Thank you, sister, for just putting those videos together for us. And Liz, I just wanted to say, Liz said that she used to have to travel 12 miles to get to a store, and now she has the Tower Garden. So this is really real, guys. It's saving her that trip for her to be able to grow and not have to take that 12 miles trip. And Josephine, this is my happy bubble also. I look forward to these Saturday calls to see everyone that's growing together. Henry, you're always amazing. Pastor Henry, I'm glad Erica told you to speak, because anytime I see you on the calls, I just love to hear you speak. A shout out to my team that's on here, and a great, great big shout out to my upline, the Shepleys. The amazing Shepleys is in the house. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're on the call with us. And just thank you to everyone and all of us that pulls this together every Saturday. GQ and Beverly, Lori. I don't want to leave anyone out. Everyone, Edee, thank you also. And my word for the year is 1,000,000. So 1,000,000 thanks to all of you, and happy growing together. I want to turn it over to you, Daryl, so you can read. You know, not many, it's so many in there. You can just, scroll through, read a few, and close us out.
No, we never get through all of these. One just says, in Northeast Ohio, we have 20 degrees and tons of kale, romaine, collards, chard. Awesome call. Thank you, Hicks sisters and speakers. Amazing job, all speakers and hosts. Incredible job, ladies and speakers. Praise God, transform, preach. Your story is amazing, inspiring, Pastor Harold. Thanks for sharing. Don't forget to stop and unplug, maybe meditate or something, as well as run all those marathons. Blessings. I'm really happy to see my guest, Wendy Barnes, on the call tonight. Welcome to the JP Tower Garden community.
Welcome, Wendy. Welcome.
Hey, I know Wendy Barnes. Hey. Congratulations to this great brother. Amazing. Valuable information for tower care. Let's see with this one. Tim Blank recommends bleach once a year. I have friends who put the pieces in the dishwasher. It's awesome and PS easy to clean. I empty the water, add fresh water to cover the pump, a gallon of vinegar, and run for 4 hours. Then it washes right up. Today on a Tower Garden event, we did someone said they put the sections in the bathtub in citric acid. Tim Blank uses a small amount of bleach to be sure there are no spores when you move a Tower Garden from outdoors to inside. You guys are awesome. Hi, Pastor Harold. Pastor Harold, you are popular.
That is you are too, Daryl, and I love your background. You look amazing. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Edee. I was to try soybeans. Great job, Edee. Edee, you're an example of a very active special lady. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, thank you.
That was amazing information, Edee. Thanks. Same in Ohio, short growing season outdoors, especially within the school year, perfect for education.
Absolutely. And then again, thank you. Daryl is going to continue reading a few more, but if you need to jump off, you can jump off the call. Daryl, I just want to add, I want to welcome Jacqueline to the call the first time. And
is another pastor on the call. Thank Jacqueline. Come back, Jacqueline. Bring some guests and welcome. And there's, maybe you can see it, Daryl, is another pastor on the call.
I cannot tell that.
Okay, in the chat somewhere. Welcome.
Somebody says, "Wow, in the bathroom, Tower Guards can grow anywhere."
Yes.
Yep.
Then Edie talked about how she had one in the bathroom and helped her brush her teeth longer.
Yeah.
I might have to try that one.
Yes, this is Dr. Price.
Dr. Price, in addition to
and Dr. McKinnis is on. I see that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. One says it comes to full maturity, picked fresh, unlike the grocery store where the produce is picked 1 to 3 weeks early and does not have the full nutrient density. And Henry talked about that.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Daryl.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes.
Everyone.
And we have Francisca on the call to let us know about her Spanish call.
Good evening, everyone. So happy to be in this call week by week. I really enjoy anything that happens in this call. Thank you, sister, to invite me, or to invite everyone. Okay, I have a Spanish call every week on Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, every Wednesday. And everybody are welcome. Every Spanish call, no Spanish call, they are welcome.